good on levels. Inside the Northbrook Sports Center here in Northbrook, Illinois, it is the SHL Game of the Week, and a big game indeed for the Glenbrook North Spartans. One game away from elimination, one game away from keeping the season alive, taking on the Loyola Gold Ramblers here on the SHL Network on YouTube Live. Thank you for joining us. Andrew Weiss here on the call. What should be an exciting matchup between these two sides. Loyola Gold coming in as a 2 seed in the SHL, a dominant 2 seed at that, 18-2-1 record in league play for a 44-11 record overall. Very good season for the Ramblers, finishing second as mentioned in the SHL. They are led this year by a dominant forward core led by Eamon O'Brien, Cooper Project, and Aiden Finnegan. Over on the Glenbrook side, the 3-seeded Spartans finishing the season 15-2, including a 15-6 record in the SHL. They're led up front by the power of Matt Dahlke, as well as, of course, David Wilcox, the SHL Player of the Year, and Tim Burke, another dominant defensive partner for the Spartans. As mentioned, the 3-seed and the 2-seed. It's a 1-0 series lead for Loyola Gold. This is the SHL semifinals, both sides managing a series win in the quarters, with Loyola Gold easily winning both games, while Glenbrook North dealing with a pesky Stevenson Patriots squad that had to take 3 games to go down. Either way, they're here in the semis. Loyola Gold winning game 1 by a final score of 3-0, extending a very long scoreless streak for Glenbrook North against these very same Ramblers. They're going to need a heavy scoring output here to battle against this Loyola Gold team that is coming off a state championship last year, certainly with some experience on their side. As you see, Evan Pulakidis for Glenbrook North, head coach of the Spartans for some time now. We talked with him a little bit before the game. He mentioned the importance of Brendan Nine in net for the Spartans, number 35. He's got an A on his chest. You don't always see that for a goaltender, but that's what happens when you have a guy as dominant as Nine is, 11-4 on the year. Loyola's side, you have the head coaching duo of DJ LeVere and Blake Sorensen. Those two obviously working well in tandem, leading Loyola Gold to this 2 seed in the SHL this season behind New Trier Green, that is, with 2 teams from New Trier in the SHL. Either way, it should be an exciting matchup. I'm your only broadcaster tonight, so you'll get to hear me all game long, and hopefully a long game it is. These two sides, as mentioned, they battled it out many times already this year. Loyola Gold has had the upper hand in every single matchup. 5-0-0 against Glenbrook North so far this season. They've outscored the Spartans 15-2, including the playoff game on Wednesday. As mentioned, a 3-0 win for the Ramblers. Well, we're about to get underway here. The clock for Warnes has come on down to zeros, and zeros is what shows on the scoreboard. Not for long, though. We should have a good matchup between these two sides. Once again, thank you for joining us here on the SHL Network, the SHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. Glenbrook North taking on Loyola Gold in the SHL semifinals, 2 seed versus 3 seed. Loyola 1-0 in the series, the best of 3. A win here puts them to the SHL finals. Glenbrook North trying to stay alive here on home ice at the Northbrook Sports Center. You see there the Spartans getting ready for the game, as well as Loyola on the other side. Both sides trying to get a little energy, a little hyped up. You can feel the energy in the building so far. Fans trickling in by the minute. 17 minutes on the clock on the scoreboard, but right now, before that clock starts, we still have a few more stragglers showing up. Plenty of excited fans on both sides. You can see it, though. The tension a little bit higher for Glenbrook North, as mentioned multiple times already. A loss here tonight for the Spartans ends what has been a fantastic season. They're looking to avoid that here. Well, we're about to get underway. Final little coaching battle of the minds here. Both sides getting a little bit of extra motivation from their head coaches. And this should be a good one. We talked about it early before the game with the head coach for Glenbrook North in Evan Pulakidis. You mentioned, obviously, Loyola, a very good team. And he's missing a few numbers tonight. Players like Mikey Day not playing. Mikey Day having a fantastic few playoff games for the Spartans. So we will see what Glenbrook North can do here to stave off elimination. Brendan Nine gets the start for Glenbrook North. He's played over 780 minutes this season, 11-4 record, a 941 save percentage to go along with a 156 goals against average. Fantastic numbers. He was named to the All-State team as well as first team All-SHL and the Blackhawks Alumni High School All-Star team with fellow Spartan David Wilcox, who was the SHL Player of the Year. Tim Burke, a defensive partner on that blue line for Glenbrook North, named his second team All-SHL. And they're the ones who are going to have to step up here tonight as we are underway here in Game 2 of the SHL semifinals between Loyola and Glenbrook North, as the Spartans quickly ice the puck just 9 seconds in to the first period. On the other end of the ice, Loyola Gold will start Matthew Choate. Big name, big net presence for the Ramblers. 436 minutes during the regular season, a 7-1 record with a 175 goals against average and an 899 save percentage. Face-off won by the Ramblers, but the puck comes out of the zone to Nick Liebers. A flub pass now. Here comes Daniel Wilcox. Not David Wilcox, but Daniel, as the puck's played behind the net. Liebers chips it up the boards now. It's taken by Aiden Finnegan, one of the dominant forwards for this Gold squad. As Dahlke moves in. Dahlke, a shot deflected over the net. A good opportunity there for Matt Dahlke of the Spartans. Ramblers trying to get off the zone, a play off the boards. It's not kept in. Dahlke couldn't keep it. Loyola Gold will get a chance to regroup. Up the boards now, Timmy Starr plays it across the ice. Now an opportunity here for the Ramblers moving in. Oh, and Boersma's shot blockered away by Nine. Big save there by the assistant captain, netminder, alternate captain, either way, whatever you want to call it. We mentioned it earlier, you don't see a lot of those for goalies, don't see a lot of letters. You have to earn those if you're playing in net, and he certainly earned it with the season so far as the puck sails into the overhanging lights. We have a whistle, 15:58 left in the first period, still scoreless between Glenbrook North and Loyola Gold. Well, a face-off in the attacking zone for the Ramblers. Owen Boersma will go on the draw here, going up against, Jonathan Ovanian. A shot at the point by Egan Callahan is blocked, and the puck comes out to center. Last time I was on a call here, Egan Callahan scored the game-winning goal against New Trier Green, which was the only goal he's scored this season in 13 games played. Held up as the game-winning goal in a game that was the end of an undefeated season for New Trier Green. Puck comes down the ice, retrieved now by Matthew Skaya. Along the boards, it's taken by Casey Miller. Flipping it out to center where it's collected now by Michael Rabkin. Rabkin's dumped along the boards, a big hit there by Declan Darcy, who regains the puck now. Callahan up the ice, off the stick of Timmy Starr, almost turns it over and does so. Callahan gets it right back. A nice move out to center. Here comes Callahan. Power move, gets it to the forehand, a shot off the side of the net. You couldn't tell from there that he only has one goal this season. A play in front of the net, deflected on in. Nine's looking for it. Almost gets to the stick of Drew Buck. He gets it up to the point. Now Callahan once again fires it just wide. Good shift there for Egan Callahan. Callahan will come off the ice now as Loyola Gold gets a partial change. To the near side now, Kevin Purcell. Dumps it in, glove there by Nine, and it's held. Shot there from Purcell. 20 games in the SHL League play. 8 points, 1 goal, 7 assists. Obviously, these are league stats. Both sides playing a multitude of games outside of league play. You'll see that in the differential in total numbers for the record. Glenbrook North playing 67 games compared to 55 for Loyola Gold. That's what happens when you go out of league play. Both sides getting plenty of experience on those two levels. Loyola Gold an opportunity now to attack behind the net. Played out for the stick of Cooper Project. He can't control, and it's taken out to center. Skating away with it now, David Wilcox, the SHL Player of the Year. Fires a shot, blocked neatly there from the shin pads of Kevin Purcell. Up the ice now, it's flipped ahead, caught there by Eamon O'Brien. O'Brien, smooth skater, backhands it neatly on net where it's held by Nine. Eamon O'Brien, 21 in gold and maroon. Very strong season for him, finishing with 30 points in league play, only 19 games played, 15 goals, 15 assists, an even split for a player who has been fantastic this season for the Ramblers. Face off now, Glenn Elliott the fourth going up against Andrew Rubin. Elliott couldn't control it, and Rubin wins it for Glenbrook North. They'll send it down the ice, collected neatly by Timothy Hackett. Skates smoothly into the attacking zone, comes off the boards now to Jacob Gonzalez. He only played 7 league games, finishing with 3 goals in that time, no assists for 3 total points as Lieber's at the point, has a shot blocked there. Skating out is Daniel Wilcox, trying to get to that puck, played away by Matthew Choate, a shot that was onside, so was sent wide as Choate was far out of his own net. Turnover once again, it's Daniel Wilcox, holds, fires off the glove and held. Big save by Matthew Choate. Choate, a senior goaltender, he joined Loyola Gold after missing most of last year with an injury, sustained playing for CYA U16. Per coach DJ Laver, he is quickly getting back to 100%. That was what he said before the season. Well, he looks 100% right now, making a nice glove save. A shot on net, unable to be held there by Choate. It's played along the boards. A few bumps and bruises there, trying to get to that puck while maintaining his balance is Danny Huber. And the Ramblers have the puck. Off the boards, Timmy Starr dumps it in, looking for Huber. Gets to that puck first, bumped off there by Skaya. Collected now behind the net by Alex Adler. Looking for the stick of Tim Burke. Burke trying to get away from Boersma. He's able to do so, send it down the ice. No icing though. Oh, excuse me, it is icing. Much to the dismay of the coaching staff here. We'd like to mention that we are sponsored today, Stormy's Tavern and Grill, as well as CCTY Bearing. Big advertisement sponsors. We thank as well Financial Solutions Advisory Group and Loyola Hockey, the proud tradition. Big thank you to our sponsors here on YouTube Live. Aiden Finnegan on the draw, gets it out to the point, but it gets away from everyone right between the two, splits the uprights. And we'll have to collect it back in their own zone. Here come the Ramblers. Big C on the chest for Nick Liebers. He'll dump it in. No icing as he's dumped into the boards by Sam Levin, who draws in tonight. 18 in black, gold, and green. Play along the boards. Aiden Finnegan in there, as well as a multitude of Spartans. Now carrying out is Sam Levin. 2-on-2 opportunity here. Levin across the line, fires right away, sends it wide. Funny rebound, comes right to the stick there of Michael Rabkin. He couldn't control it. A shot now shouldered away. A big blast there. A bigger save by Choate. That was a hard and heavy shot from Evan Eisenstark as we have a whistle as puck comes out to center. Eisenstark taking a nap on the ice there. And it's hard to tell what the exact call was. It looks like a face-off in the attacking zone for Glenbrook North. I think the puck went off of a player in the bench for Loyola, so we will have a face-off in Loyola's zone. It's played behind the net now, Kevin Purcell. Dumped to the boards by Daniel Wilcox. Wilcox gets to that puck and plays it to the far side, but it's taken away by the Ramblers. Kept in for a save there off the shot from Matt Dahlke, and Choate will wisely cover it with a streaking Daniel Wilcox right on his heels. 12:07 left in the first period, still scoreless between Glenbrook North and Loyola Gold. Shots 5-3 in favor of the Spartans, who have an offensive zone draw here. It's won by the Ramblers, however. Kevin Purcell can't get to that puck behind the net. Jacob Gonzalez in there as well for the Ramblers. Puck just bouncing around early, both sides trying to figure each other out just a bit. Coming into this game, and we mentioned it earlier, a very long scoreless streak for the Spartans coming in. They hadn't scored in their last 3 games against the Ramblers. Over 169-minute shutout streak for Loyola Gold, now even higher as we are a few minutes into this first period. Puck sent down the ice as bodies battle for it. A pass out in front, a shot, a big save by Choate, and he smacks away the rebound. A beautiful opportunity in front for Glenbrook North to end that shutout streak with Matthew Choate coming up big. The reflex is fantastic, looking great with that paddle, taking away any rebound opportunity for the Spartans, who are currently out-shooting Loyola and dominating possession when given the opportunity. That was their best chance, though. It remains scoreless. Jonathan Ovanian will take the face-off here for Glenbrook North, and it's won right back to the goaltender Matthew Choate. A quick whistle as he covers, as Aiden Finnegan was the one taking that face-off and winning it for the Ramblers. The two will draw back in again, and Finnegan takes it once more. Egan Callahan behind the net now, trying to skate away from trouble, loses it in his skates. It's taken shot wide off the stick of Everett Levin. Ramblers get it out to center. It's taken quickly by Tim Burke. Named to the second team All-SHL. He'll play it into the lights again. And both teams struggling a bit. That flip play, you might see at other rinks a little bit more successful. Not going over well so far, obviously with the lower ceiling, a little bit of the overhanging lights. That flip play is not going to be an option for these two teams tonight. They're going to have to adjust to it quickly, as we've seen multiple whistles so far in the first 6 minutes of play. Lieber's at the point, gets it down low for Cooper Project. Now along the boards, here comes Eamon O'Brien. He has to battle here. A nice play by Tim Burke to get that puck away. And the Ramblers will have to regroup in their own zone. Liebers to his partner on the defensive pairing. That is Tim Hackett. Now Cooper Project trying to get out to center. The puck's lost a bit. Both sides trying to find it. And it's Aiden Finnegan who gets to it. Finnegan along the boards, loses it in his skates, gets it right back to the backhand. On the near side boards, Nick Liebers. Can't get it in deep. Here come the Spartans. Braden Roy will dump it in. He'll go for a change as the Ramblers have to go back to retrieve their own puck. Liebers plays it away there. Nice forecheck so far. Good pressure from Everett Levin. Got two Levins on this squad, Everett and Sam. Sam only playing in 4 league games during the regular season. Everett 19. Everett the only one putting up any points, however, 4 assists. We'll see if Sam, who has the puck right now, can do any damage. Sam Levin fires it right into the chest of Choate. Rebound still loose, comes out to the slot. Sam Levin trying to get there, can't do so. It's taken away by the Ramblers. Here comes Jacob Gonzalez. Nice play there. David Wilcox showing off why he was named SHL Player of the Year. How many times are you going to hear that tonight? Probably a good amount. He is often featured in play for Glenbrook North, and he's going to have to come up big if they can stave off elimination here. Remember, this is Game 2 of the semifinals between Glenbrook North and Loyola Gold. Loyola Gold winning Game 1 by a score of 3-0. And one more win for them would push them to the SHL Finals. Glenbrook North trying to find a way to get that idea off the brain. They would refuse that as a puck comes out to Kevin Purcell. Deflection and a save there by 9. Beautiful tip in front. But the goaltender manages to squeeze those legs together. That one looked like it had a home for the back of the net. But a bigger save there by 9 will keep this game without a goal. 9:11 left in the first period. Still scoreless between the two sides. Shots 8-4 in favor of Glenbrook North. It's an offensive zone draw for the Ramblers as Kevin Purcell fires a shot wide. Battle on the far side boards. Trying to get to that puck behind the net is Andrew Rubin. He'll play it along the far side to Matt Dalkey. Dalkey, a good battle there with Cole Corrigan. And the puck will come back to Matthew Choate down in the Ramblers zone. So far, some good paced action here for the two sides. Remember, Glenbrook still trying to figure out a way to score on this Ramblers squad. 3 straight shutouts for Loyola Gold against this Glenbrook team that finished 3rd in league play. A shot there, sticked aside by 9. Now a home run pass, looking forward to it, and falling down, unable to control it, is Dalkey. And so they'll have to regroup their own zone. A turnover, though. Here comes Cole Corrigan. On the near side, tries to center it, and it's taken away. Good position there by David Wilcox. A shot now deflected. Rubin blocked that shot from Callahan. And now it's Rubin tipping it out to center. Callahan dumping it back in. We've said his name a few times tonight. David Wilcox behind his own net will play it now for Tim Burke. The powerhouse defensive duo for these Spartans. They play it out to center where Rabkin tries to get to it. Unable to do so. Poked away by Wilcox. And almost a near steal there for Casey Miller. Would have been a grand opportunity for the 13-goal scorer to add to his total. Now a turnover here. A shot. A save by Choate. Puck still loose and poked away by Callahan. Choate still down, trying to get back up. A beautiful opportunity in front there for Casey Miller. He wasn't able to poke it home. The puck sent down, icing waved off. Wilcox looks up and tries to play it in. Big hit there. Finnegan finishing on Miller. And the Ramblers will take over. So far, 2 grand opportunities for Glenbrook North. 2 big saves by Matthew Choate. Puck dumped in and gloved there by 9. He'll play it behind his net now for Evan Eisenstark. Eisenstark, some smooth skating, will play it off the boards, trying to connect there with the stick of Everett Levin. He couldn't do so. Timmy Starr. Nice move. Starr to the backhand, chips it on net just wide. Great opportunity there for Timmy Starr. Now Nick Liebers, shot in front, still loose, a shot, another save by 9. Incredible saves there as he slid across the crease to deny Starr. Brennan 9, over 30 saves in game 1, couldn't get the job done. Coming up big here so far as Boersma takes a shot and a goal. Owen Boersma opens the scoring for Loyola goal, surprising 9 with the shot. Finds its way between his legs for a 1-0 lead. With 6:44 left in the first period, Owen Boersma opens up the scoring for Loyola, and a big goal at that. He had 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points in 19 league games during the regular season. Big goal for him here. Number 14 in gold and maroon gets the job done to start. Puck dumped in now. Back to retrieve it and playing it off the boards is Matthew Skaya. Now a chance in front, poked up in the air, glove there by 9, and he'll hang on. So Boersma opens the scoring for Loyola, and a big goal at that. And we talked about a little bit of a surprising shot there from Boersma. He had a defender right between him and 9. I'm not sure if 9 was screened on the play or not. It looks like he caught it late. Couldn't catch up on it and closed his legs in a futile attempt to stop it. Wasn't able to in time, and so a 1-0 lead nonetheless. And you can see he's a little upset with himself, just banged his stick off the crossbar. And you don't blame him. That's a goal he probably would like to have back for someone at his skill level, but once again, we mentioned it, he's a big reason why Glenbrook North is even in this spot to begin with. Coming up big in game 1 in that 3-0 loss. And now it's on the Spartans to answer on offense, try to get a few goals on the board for their goaltender. Poked away now, here comes Everett Levin. Trying to backhand a centering pass, it's taken away by Aiden Finnegan. Off the skates of Kevin Purcell, will get it out to center for Cooper Project. Project up ahead now, here comes Eamon O'Brien. O'Brien spins to the backhand, drops it for Project. A shot off the shin pads there of Tim Burke. Project's got a ripper of a shot there and a beautiful setup from Eamon O'Brien to get it to him. Purcell's shot, whiffs on it a bit, but gets it to the far side. O'Brien battling with Skaya. And Skaya manages to get it out of the zone. Skaya once again, over for Burke. An alternate captain for the Spartan squad, gets it in deep. Good communication there from Burke and Wilcox. Wilcox indicating a change for him. As the Spartans try to keep it in, they can't do so. Comes out to Matthew Shawaker, but here's David Wilcox. Wilcox fires it in. Glove there by Choate. He will elect to hold on for the whistle. 5:04 left in the first period. 1-0 the score in favor of Loyola over Glenbrook North. Shots 11-8 in favor of the Spartans. They trail still here with an offensive zone draw coming up. Drew Buck, leans in, and the puck comes to Loyola. Christian Dunn plays it around Wilcox, gets it to the corner. Dunn tries to put on the brakes, couldn't do so. Puck comes out to the center, right in the slot, and turning with it now is Cole Corrigan. Down low, finds the stick of Buck. Back to the top now, a shot from the point through traffic, comes in front of the net, and 9 found it but couldn't cover. Now coming out to center ice, Alex Kim. He'll dump it in and give chase. Egan Callahan up now for Christian Dunn. A good breakout here for the Ramblers. A nice stick from Cole Corrigan, but he couldn't get it in deep. Matt Glowacki gets it in. And a partial change for both sides. Up to center, but Kim can't keep it in. He'll backhand it back in deep, and Callahan will regroup with it. A little bit of back and forth right now. Glenbrook not getting a lot of opportunities to get shots on net. Most of their shots coming from on top of the circles. Right now that just won't cut it as Timmy Starr tries to center it in front. Has a stick there but couldn't connect with Danny Huber. Sky will play it behind the net, turns it over. Huber in front, no one there for the pass. Oh, it's Timmy Starr, As now Skyer drops it off, a shot and a save made there. Good ripper from Dalkey. Now another shot blockered away, and Dalkey couldn't poke home the rebound. Sky at the point. Glenbrook North getting some opportunities here. Big hit there. Dalkey looking for one as well as the puck is not kept in. Offsides are the Spartans. Will have to regroup as Skya gets the puck at center. He'll flip it across the ice looking for Daniel Wilcox, but it's interrupted there by Timmy Starr. Off the boards, gloved by Daniel Wilcox once again. He'll play it up ahead, looking for Rubin. Rubin, a nice move. Can't hang on to it, though. Stolen by Liebers. Nick Liebers will dump it in off the pad and stick of 9. Behind the net now, it's Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan holds at the point. A shot, a save by 9. He holds on, no rebound, as Eamon O'Brien on the doorstep looking to poke one home. 2:59 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Loyola. Offensive zone draw now for the Ramblers. Good back and forth action for both sides. 13 shots to 11 in favor of the Spartans. Face-off here will be a little battle in the ref's skates. He's trying to get out of the way. It comes to Kevin Purcell. His shot blocked in front. It's loose in the slot for whoever wants it. It's Aiden Finnegan who does. He fires it just wide. Along the boards, a battle ensues. Down low now, it's O'Brien. Nice spin move to get that puck. Can't control it, though. It's taken once again by the Spartans. Up the ice, here comes Glenbrook North, looking to dump it in for Casey Miller, and the puck goes off of a player and wide. Spartans are offside as they get the puck in deep, and will have to give chase once more. Going in there, Michael Rabkin, 17 games on the season, 1 goal. Rabkin in deep there, as well as 87 in black, green, and gold. That is Jonathan Ovnanian. Now here comes Finnegan to the backhand. A nice move, trying to go powerful against Eisenstark. He couldn't do so. Eisenstark, a great defensive play. Now O'Brien to the point, Kevin Purcell. Purcell holds, fires, gloved. We do have an arm in the air. A penalty will be called as 9 holds on. Exactly 2 minutes left in the first period, and exactly 2 minutes will be on the clock here. A penalty against Glenbrook North. Excuse me, it will be against Loyola. My mistake. As Aiden Finnegan heads to the box. So Finnegan will sit for 2 minutes, an opportunity here for Glenbrook North to try to get on the board. Their power play clicking at 8.6% on the year, compared to a penalty kill for Loyola Gold of 97.8. Fantastic penalty kill this season for the Ramblers. And you can see on the forecheck right away, Christian Dunn refusing to give any time or space to David Wilcox. Moving in now, a shot sticked away there as Eisenstark tried to get one on net. The Ramblers clear it down the ice. Simple enough. 9 behind his net. He'll stop it now for Wilcox. Almost turns it over to Christian Dunn. That forecheck once again giving Wilcox all kinds of trouble. Christian Dunn doing his job neatly there for Loyola Gold. Eisenstark behind his net now for Wilcox. Back to Eisenstark. Dunn has them playing in their own zone. Now is Drew Buck in there as well. Now on the ice, Cooper Project, as Buck gets a change for the Ramblers, and the Spartans will dump it in once again. Tim Burke going in deep now. Retrieved there by Rubin. At the point, back to Rubin now. He'll swirl with the puck. Andrew Rubin to the point. Eisenstark back to Rubin. He'll shoot it, and Choate will hold. Right in the chest there for Matthew Choate. No opportunity there for a rebound, and Loyola Gold will hang on. With 1 minute left in the first period, a face-off here and a power play opportunity for Glenbrook North. Down 1-0. They'd love to get a late goal here, maybe see some of that momentum. Eisenstark at the point across for Wilcox. Wilcox will fire it. It'll sail over the net. He was looking for glove high. Now along the boards, it's poked out to center. Wilcox will retrieve it away from the diving stick there of Declan Darcy. Now another turnover as Project elicits a big groan from the crowd. Almost had an opportunity there for a late period dramatic of himself. Timmy Starr going in there against Wilcox, who's had a hard time getting the puck out of the zone. Great job so far from Loyola on the penalty kill. Now Eisenstark, he'll dump it in. Gloved by Choate, he'll hold on as Rubin finds his way on net, having a few words with Drew Buck in the corner as Buck stuck his stick right in Rubin's elbow to make sure he knew not to poke at his goalie. I'm a former goalie myself, so I have no issues with a little bit of goaltender protection. Matthew Choate, I'm sure will have a little smile on his face there as he goes to cover one up there, and a big swing at the puck from Braden Roy, trying to get that into the back of the net here with 17.5 seconds left in the first period. Face-off now, Jonathan Ovanian wins it. To the point now, it's Wilcox. David Wilcox holds, fires, rising shot. Choate makes the save up high, a rebound. Blocked once, blocked twice, another chance. Oh, and it goes just wide. A big save there by Choate. Now Roy fires, and it's taken out to center by Dunn. It'll be out of the zone, and it'll be out of time for Glenbrook North here at the end of the first period. Big saves at the end for Matthew Choate, coming up clutch for Loyola Gold. They're outshot 20-12 in the first period, but the score 1-0 in favor of the Ramblers. So first intermission, it'll be a mild one. We'll stick around here for you folks. A few brief minutes. It's not like NHL hockey. You don't get 15 minutes. You're good to go. We'll hang around with you guys for a bit. 17 minutes back on the clock. Second period about to start. Crowd really filling in here. Almost all seats in the house taken outside of the boards in the far, far corner. And I don't think anyone wants to sit back there. You really won't see much anyway, outside of perhaps the puck in the back of the net, or at least that's what Loyola Gold is trying to avoid, holding on to a 1-0 lead. So if you missed that first period, let's fill you in. The shots 20-12 in favor of Glenbrook North over Loyola, but it's the Ramblers that take the lead as Owen Boersma potted a goal with 6:44 left in the first period. Boersma firing it from the near side, going 5-hole on the goaltender Brendan Nine. Nine wasn't really expecting the shot, it looked like. He was surprised when it went between the legs and head to the heavens, and frustration, and that happens sometimes when you're in net and you don't see the puck. Either way, though, Glenbrook North going to have to stop the shutout streak for Loyola that they've had against the Spartans. We talked about before the game, over 169 minutes coming into the game without a goal against Loyola for Glenbrook North. That's over 180 now with that first period. If it gets over 200, it'll be even worse. Second period has begun. Power play ended for Loyola. Excuse me, the penalty ended to Loyola. The power play's over for Glenbrook North. 0 for 1 opportunities so far tonight. That was the only penalty with 2 minutes left in the first period. Now a chance here, a shot, a big save by Choate, and he smothers the rebound. That was a hard, heavy wrister there from David Wilcox. We talked about it before the game. David Wilcox, the SHL Player of the Year. He was also named the first team All-SHL with his goaltender Brendan Nine, and was named to the Blackhawks Alumni High School All-Star team. Plenty of accolades there, but I'm sure he'd like a win more than any of those tonight, as a loss would send Glenbrook North home in the SHL playoffs. A shot off the post, a great backhander there from Casey Miller. Surprised the goaltender Choate, went off the post into the corner. That's the best chance so far tonight for Glenbrook North. Now Jacob Gonzalez fires a shot, and it's snared there by Nine. A big wrister there from Gonzalez, who only played in 7 games in the regular season. Multi-sport star for Loyola, showing off a little bit of that athleticism there, putting all of his weight into that shot, but Nine coming up with the glove, making it look easy. Face-off won by the Spartans along the near side boards, trying to flip it out of the zone, and doing so there was Braden Roy. He'll come out to center, and Loyola Gold takes control of the puck. Jacob Gonzalez with some good speed, drops it off now for Glenn Elliott. Elliott can't get it deep, and it'll come out to the point. Kept in by Weimer, but only for a brief moment. A little back and forth dump and change here, as second period means a little bit of a longer change for both sides. Helps if you're attacking, doesn't help if you're stuck deep in your own zone. Weimer will dump it in, and it goes behind the net of Nine, who paddles it into the corner. Along the boards, a battle ensues. Roy tries to avoid a hit, gets it behind his own net. Now it's taken by Tim Burke. Burke up to Roy along the near side, now looking to center. It's snared there by Everett Levin. Levin fires, and it's blocked by both the stick of Purcell and Weimer. Levin gets it back, surprising Choate a bit there. Gets it across the ice to Tim Burke, who turns it over. Along the near side, here comes Eamon O'Brien, some good speed. Fights off a hip check from Rabkin. Now a centering feed. O'Brien shoots, a save by Nine. O'Brien's head to the heavens. Couldn't believe it. A beautiful opportunity there, but even bigger save by the first team All-SHL goaltender, Brendan Nine. Plenty of history between these two sides. You have to remember last year, the state semifinals, Loyola defeating Glenbrook North to move on to the championship, where they won the state title. Players like Tim Burke remember that one not so fondly. They definitely remember it, though, and they're trying to have another say, another crack at that. Obviously, the state tournament coming up nonetheless, so both sides will get a chance in that tournament, but a win in the SHL will certainly help their chances. And behind the net, Tim Hackett across for Nick Liebers. Up the ice now, it's stolen there by Wilcox. He'll dump it in, a bounce on Chotney. He plays it away. Now Nick Liebers in the corner, playing it up the ice. Nice keep there by Wilcox, going to one knee to maintain possession in the attacking zone for the Spartans. Behind the net, Michael Rabkin battling it out there, as well as Tim Burke trying to get in there. Excuse me, that is not Tim Burke. That is rather Everett Levin. I saw 5 and got excited. Now Rabkin trying to center it. Goes off the stick of Choate. Nearly misplayed it into his own net. And he jumps on it quickly. 14:03 left in the second period. Shots now 24-14 in favor of Glenbrook North. They're trying to get on the board here. But Matthew Choate so far, big fat no. This history, as I mentioned earlier, state semifinal battle between these two teams last year. Loyola Gold 5-0 against Glenbrook North so far this season. Plenty of history between these two sides, who have plenty of banners hanging up at their rinks as well. Now a centering feed will skitter just past the net of Choate. Alex Adler in there, as well as Matt Dalkey. Adler trying to play it for the stick of Matt Glowacki. Gets it in deep for Dalkey. Dalkey along the boards trying to fight off a few checks. He managed to do so only for so long before it comes out to center. Timmy Starr now for Loyola. Over now for Declan Darcy. Darcy fires, a big save there. Looking uncomfortable doing it was Brendan Nye, but he gets right back up. Those instinctive saves, always big ones. They don't always look pretty, but it keeps a puck out of the net. Now skitter down the ice, taken by Skaya. On the boards, a turnover now. Darcy gets it to the backhand, trying to center it. Off of 9, has it again behind the net. Declan Darcy looking to play it in front. It's stolen there by Alex Adler. It'll go along the boards, no icing. Race for the puck. Now it's taken by Patrick Weimer. Over to Aiden Finnegan, back for Weimer as Finnegan avoids a check from Alex Adler. Eamon O'Brien along the boards. He'll hold on to it, has plenty of time and even more patience. O'Brien will dump it in, trying to avoid another hit from Adler, who's trying to get that body check going early in this second period. Now Weimer misplays it, but gets it away from Dalkey just long enough. Now Finnegan, 37 in maroon and gold. Finnegan fakes a toe drag, plays it off the jersey of Cooper Project and gets it in deep. Matt Dalkey now for Glenbrook North, playing it across the ice. Good connection there. A shot by Miller, sticked into the netting by Matthew Choate. Great opportunity for Casey Miller. 13-goal regular season for the Spartans. Led the team in goals. David Wilcox right behind him with 11. The only 2 on the Spartan squad with double-digit goal totals. And that's in the SHL. Obviously, with those higher numbers outside of league play, you'll see even more points. As we mentioned earlier, David Wilcox over 60 points this season outside of league play. A great season for someone who's on the blue line, let alone a forward. You see those kind of numbers out Wilcox. That's certainly why he has the accolades that have accompanied him this season. As a chance in front, puck is loose, and Matthew Choate managing to fight it off just long enough for the puck to get out of the zone. Cole Corrigan along the boards, fights off a big check there from Daniel Wilcox. Comes out to center, taken now. Here comes Casey Miller. Miller will fire it just wide. Far side, Daniel Wilcox, a shot. Rebound loose in the slot, but a good backhand flip there for Nick Liebers. Puck will go down for an icing, but he'll gladly take that with the rebound loose. Once again, we'd like to remind you of our sponsors tonight: Stormy's Tavern and Grill, CCTY Bearing, Financial Solutions Advisory Group, and Loyola Academy Hockey, the proud tradition. 11:38 left in the second period. 1-0 in favor of Loyola over Glenbrook North. That's the score on the scoreboard, and that's the series right now, as Loyola looking to advance to the SHL Finals. Glenbrook North looking to prevent that from happening with a win here today at home. Loyola won on Wednesday in their home game as a 2 seed. They got their first crack at it on home ice. Now we're here in Northbrook, where Glenbrook North has a few banners hanging. They're trying to keep the SHL dream alive. Battle along the boards. Rabkin battling with Huber. It's taken by Sam Levin, playing out in front, looking for the stick of Jonathan Ovanian, and that just won't happen. Back out to center for Rabkin. He'll play it down as Ovanian gets off the ice, just in time to avoid a too many men penalty. He'll come out to the zone of the goaltender, Brennan 9. He calmly watches his defense take over. Gotta love that if you're a goalie. You don't have to do much, just watch your defense take the puck out of the zone and prevent a possible breakaway or chance in front. Puck out to center now. Glenn Elliott as well as Jacob Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to poke it even further into the attacking zone. It's kept out to center by Everett Levin. Levin battling there with Declan Darcy. Comes out now for Purcell. Kevin Purcell gets it in deep. 9 goes behind his net to play it. Sometimes the goaltender wants to play it. He'll get right back in the crease as the puck skitters just a few feet away from him. Off the boards and down the ice, Glenbrook bangs it out of the zone. Tim Hackett across now for Nick Liebers. Up for Glenn Elliott. He gets it in deep, and 9 will play it behind his net once again. A little miscommunication there. It's stolen by Gonzalez. He couldn't center it, though. And he'll get out of the zone and down the ice. No icing, so Choate will come out to slow it down. Or rather, the ice will. Came to a very quick halt right in front of his stick, and he goes, okay. Goes right back in his net as big hit there from Everett Levin, disposing of Timothy Hackett, but the Ramblers move forward with it. Aiden Finnegan whiffs on the shot. Still has it, gets it to O'Brien. O'Brien shoots, he'll sail into the netting and out of play. 9:29 left here in the second period, still 1-0 Loyola. Once again, thank you for joining us here on YouTube Live, the SHL game of the week, and it's a playoff game, a big one at that. 1-0 the series lead for Loyola over Glenbrook North in the SHL semifinals. Puck comes out of the zone, a race for the puck now, good speed from Matt Dalkey. Dalkey trying to be powerful on the puck, and he's played off there nicely by Tim Hackett. Puck centered in front, but a great play by Hackett to ensure that Dalkey couldn't keep the puck. Now O'Brien backhanding it across, no one's there. Cooper Project moves in, takes over the space. O'Brien behind the net now. Up to the point. A flubbed pass, it gets it on net. 9 looking for it, it's still loose in the slot. Finnegan battling there on the far side. Project in there as well as Miller. Comes out to Dalkey, he'll get it forward now for the stick of Tim Burke. Now Burke still has it, looks on net, fires it just off the blocker of Choate. A well-placed shot, especially with a moving screen in front there from Miller. And Choate will rather gather the puck and hold on for a whistle. Burke, a smooth skater on the back end for Glenbrook North. Had a great opportunity there, firing it off that blocker, looking for that perfect placement right above the leg pad, right under the blocker. And he almost managed to get it there, but a nice blocker save by Choate. Glenbrook North looking to keep it in now and get some more opportunities on net. They've doubled up Loyola in shots so far, but it's Loyola with that lead, as I've mentioned, and as you can see on that scoreboard. Outshooting another team is perfectly nice, but if that means no goals, it doesn't mean anything. And I'm sure they'll be the first ones to tell you that down there on the ice. Puck off the boards, up the ice now, looking to connect with the stick of Daniel Wilcox, and he couldn't control a bouncing puck. Now a turnover, Sam Levin with it. He'll dump it in. Calmly blockered away by Choate. Daniel Wilcox in there to retrieve it, tries to one-hand it, couldn't do so. Up to the point and kept in by Wilcox, who plays it out of play. Almost took off one of his coach's heads there as he tried to fire it along the boards, instead right through the bench and into the corner. 7:52 left here in the second period. We're about midway through the game. And another 1-0 lead for Loyola. You have to remember this was a 3-0 win on Wednesday for the Ramblers over this same Spartan squad to take a 1-0 series lead. Puck dumped in now by the Spartans, taken by Egan Callahan. Callahan looking to connect, a great pass there to Huber. Danny Huber to the backhand, bumped off there. Great defensive play by the captain. And you can name a few more accolades as well, but plenty of accolades themselves for David Wilcox. Now a chance in front, goes just past the stick of Glowacki, excuse me. Everett Levin in the corner. Evan Eisenstark keeps it at the point. but not for long as Owen Boersma, the only goal scorer in today's contest, gets it out to center and in deep. They'll get a change here. You have to remember the second period, longer shifts, longer changes for both sides. You're far away from your own net. If you get stuck in deep, it's even more difficult to get that change, and you can see that in the goal scoring totals for both sides. Loyola goal 28 goals in the second period during the regular season of SHL play, as we have an icing here, compared to 6 goals that they allowed. They're outscoring their opponents 28-6 in the second period. Meanwhile, Glenbrook North 22-15. 15 being the most goals allowed by the Spartans in any period during the regular season. So an important period for both sides. But we've seen in regular season play, Loyola Gold usually dominating that second period with the bench closer to the point of attack. They have that opportunity. O'Brien battling along the far side corner. Great talents over there in Eamon O'Brien and David Wilcox. Out now, potential 2-on-1. Roy looking to center it. Adler had to slow down or else it would have been offsides. A big attempt at a hit there. We have a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be against the Spartans as Sam Levin looked like he was going for the hit. Instead, he's going to get a penalty. And he'll sit 2 minutes. I believe that's penalty for roughing. That's what he just called. I thought at first he was calling boarding, and I knew immediately that's not correct because it was an open ice hit. Might have been just unnecessary roughness or roughing nonetheless. Either way, Levin was going right at his man, and he was going to finish his check no matter what. And the referees did not overly appreciate it. So 5-on-4 we skate here. The first power play opportunity for Loyola Gold, a chance to increase their lead, as Sam Levin will sit for 2 minutes. Timmy Starr up the ice now. He'll dump it in for Loyola Gold. Wilcox in the corner looking to play down the ice. Kept in there. Play by Drew Buck. He holds on to it. It's been a penalty-free game, relatively speaking, as offside. Now 2 minutes left in the first period. That ended as soon as the period ended. And now here we are with 5:51 left in the second. We only have our second penalty here. This one being against Sam Levin. Now Hackett will dump it in. Fights off a check from Dalkey. Behind the net, Brendan Nine will play it along the boards. Looking for Dalkey. He gets it away now. Oh, and Hackett went for the hit. And denying him was Tim Burke, who gives him a look. Hackett wasn't happy that Dalkey was getting a little too familiar with him, and so he went for the hit against Burke. Well, Burke's a big kid out there. You don't want to do that without a little bit of thought to it. And Burke just ran right through him. 52 seconds left in the penalty to Sam Levin, as the Ramblers keep it in the zone. Another clearing attempt failed, and a nice play there by Daniel Wilcox to glove it out to center. Power plays both struggling this season for both sides, combining for just under 10% at 8.6 for Glenbrook North, 1.2 for Loyola Gold, and that's per the stats online, the SHL. A slap shot there, blocked in front, rebound loose. Project couldn't get to it. It's cleared to the corner by Wilcox. Finnegan looking to play it to the point. Kept in just for a moment by Liebers, but it's gloved and taken out of danger by Daniel Wilcox. Up now for O'Brien. O'Brien into the attacking zone. Very patient puck handler. Fires it right into his own teammate. That's a blocked shot that I don't think Cole Corrigan wants to have on his ledger. Puck comes out now. Here comes Dalkey. Dalkey fires a shot, trying to go 5-hole. Stopped by Cho. The wraparound. Fires it once again. Cho shuts him down. As the penalty ended, a great opportunity, 2 great opportunities there for Matt Dalkey to extend his ledger on today's game. He had 4 goals and 9 assists during the regular season of SHL play, and he couldn't get it past Matthew Choate, the senior. Big hit along the blue line. Sam Levin fresh out of the box on Patrick Weimer. And as we see a little bit of shenanigans going on along the near side boards, Drew Buck hit twice, and now this time he'll draw a penalty there. I believe that will be Michael Rabkin. And he will sit for a few minutes as Rabkin and Buck were going at it along the near side boards, neither side backing down before Rabkin delivering the finishing blow. And that was just enough for the referee to call a penalty. 2 minutes will be just enough for Rabkin in the box. So Sam Levin's penalty ends. Glenbrook North gets back to even strength, and right as soon as it ends, back to the penalty kill. Michael Rabkin playing 17 games in the regular season of SHL play. 1 goal, no assists, 1 point. And now he'll sit 2 minutes here as a fellow Spartan is in the box with him. I'm not sure if they gave him a 2 and a 10 or not. I'll let you know if we find out. As a shot by Liebers is deflected into the air. Now a backhander by O'Brien is knocked away by 9. 9 hasn't had a overly busy night, but a few big saves here and there, and he's come up clutch time and again. Only 1 red mark on his frame tonight, and that was the goal by Owen Boersma back in the first period. Burke trying to get to it for Glenbrook North, battling against O'Brien and Project. Project has the puck. Up to Nick Liebers. Liebers across the ice now, connecting there to the stick of Tim Hackett. Hackett fires, and it's gloved by 9. That was actually Aiden Finnegan as Hackett dished it off, and Finnegan's shot controlled easily by 9. The only goal he's allowed tonight was one that he didn't really get a good look at. So far, 16 saves on 17 shots, but it's Matthew Choate in net for Loyola Gold that's been the story so far. 31 saves on 31 shots. As the puck is sent down the ice, a stick flies out to center. That belongs to Drew Buck, who was on the receiving end of the penalty taken by Michael Rabkin. Now Timmy Starr out to center. He'll dump it into the attacking zone. Wilcox behind the net, fights off a check from Starr. Up to the point now, Declan Darcy lost the puck, and it comes out of the zone. Loyola will have to regroup around the linesman. We have a whistle. That'll be intentional offside. It's a call. Darcy is incredulous at the decision. I believe it was actually an icing. They eventually ruled it. There were players in the attacking zone for Loyola Gold. I believe the final call decision on that was icing. Aiden Finnegan will take the draw here against Andrew Rubin. It's won by Rubin. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Michael Rabkin, and in the penalty kill for Glenbrook North. Still down 1-0 with 2:28 left in the second period. Up the ice, puck dumped into the corner. 9 stays in net. It's chopped away by Evan Eisenstark. He gets it up the boards, and it'll be fired off the near side, a glass, and down the ice by Andrew Rubin. Now we saw it on the 1 power play for Glenbrook North. A lot of pressure from Loyola Gold. You saw players like Cole Corrigan, Drew Buck, Danny Huber getting into the forecheck, as Aiden Finnegan a nice toe drag. But a very relaxed penalty kill, relatively speaking, for Glenbrook North. Now Liebers at the point, gets it across now for Tim Hackett. Hackett will come across now back to Liebers. Liebers back to Hackett, trying to find some space in the attacking zone. Penalty over, as a shot there from Finnegan goes just wide. Puck sent off the boards, connecting to the stick of Dalkey. Dalkey will fire it, glove there by Choate. That puck was going wide, but Choate holds on. Nonetheless, 1:34 left in the second period, still 1-0 Loyola. 0 for 2 on the power play now for the Ramblers, compared to 0 for 1 for the Spartans. It will be an attacking zone draw, offensive zone draw for Matt Dalkey and the Spartans. Battle in the feed, still in the feed, comes out to center ice, dumped right back in there off the stick of Tim Burke. Burke had a very solid regular season in the SHL play, 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points in 21 games, playing all 21 for the Spartans. Puck dumped in, gloved with ease by Purcell, out to center, where it's taken to Iskaya. He'll dump back in, and once again, out of play. That's the second time this period where you've seen a puck dumped in by Glenbrook North, almost taking off the head of one of their coaches. It'll go off the wall and out of play. Oh, man, I'd have a helmet on down. Actually, I probably wouldn't if I was coaching. I'm stubborn like that, but at this point, you might want to consider one. Good thing all the coaches on that side there for Glenbrook North are keeping their heads up. Ben Stein and Paul Gouger, the assistant coaches for the Spartans. Puck dumped in there. Sam Levin looking to get to that puck first. Can't do so. It'll be a 2-on-2 opportunity. But Christian Dunn forgets the puck. And it was Dunn, who I mentioned earlier, that was fantastic on the forecheck during the penalty kill for Loyola Gold. Cole Corrigan fights off a check to dump the puck and goes off a linesman. Played with a high stick there. And now touched by Sam Levin. And now here's a chance for Christian Dunn. Can't get the puck past David Wilcox. He'll come out to center. Spartans are offsides. Loyola pardon my words. Sometimes even I stumble. As some of these players do on the ice, I do off of it. Puck out to center now. A chance for Drew Buck with 24 seconds left. Buck makes a move to try to get around Wilcox. Can't do so. Great play by Wilcox to use the body. Behind the net now will be played along the boards by Burke. Up now will be sent down the ice with 12 seconds left. Tim Hackett looks to connect with Drew Buck. He does so. 10 seconds left now. He'll play it in deep. That should just about do it here for the second period as the puck comes out to the blue line. Finnegan plays it down, though. We do have a high stick. Excuse me, that puck was played with a high stick. And a chance here for Glenbrook North with 2.4 seconds left in the second period with an offensive zone draw. It'd be interesting. I wonder if they pull Brendan 9. 2.4 seconds, not enough time. Loyola goal to get the puck down the ice and score. Maybe bring 9 down, put an extra attacker out there for a screen, but they elect not to. On the draw, righty in Jonathan Ovnanian. Try to get the shot on net, couldn't do so either way. We have the end of the second period. We will have a Zamboni come on out here to clean up the ice, so we will step aside. But right now, the score 1-0. Loyola, 1 period away from advancing to the SHL Finals. Glenbrook North scoreless so far, trying to prevent that from happening. We'll see what happens when we come back for the third period. Shots 32-17 in favor of the Spartans. We'll be right back after this ice cleaning from our friends at the Zamboni. And Andrew Weiss here on the SHL Game of the Week will return. Thank you for staying with us. We'll be back. Welcome back to the SHL Game of the Week here on YouTube Live. Andrew Weiss on the call. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure having you. Third period about to begin here between the Glenbrook North Spartans and the Loyola Gold Ramblers. Loyola leading 1-0 through 2 periods and leading 1-0 through 1 game in the best-of-3 series. A win here for Loyola would push them to the SHL Finals. And a win for Glenbrook North would mean a Game 3 in this semifinal series in the SHL. Once again, thank you for joining us. We get a look here at some of the stats for David Wilcox and Tim Burke, two of the guys who are going to have to step up in this third period for Glenbrook North. Look at those numbers. Stellar. 61 points for Wilcox, 34 for Burke. And these are both defensemen. These aren't forwards, folks. Those average point totals as a goalie make me sick. But as a spectator of the game today, put me in awe. They're impressive totals, and you don't want to see that end today in the SHL. Right before the state tournament, you don't want to go out with a whimper. You want to go out with a bang, and right now both sides trying to do that here today. Evan Pulakita's trying to get his guys together now as we're about to start the third period. You have to remember the interesting rule in high school hockey here in the SHL and in other leagues like it. You get a cleaning of the ice, the Zamboni coming out between the second and third periods. It's a great chance to reset, catch your breath, and of course go over some of the things that your team needs to do. Well, getting shots on net, not something Glenbrook North needs to worry about so far. 32 so far for the Spartans, but no goals. So finishing is definitely the key here for Glenbrook North and avoiding those penalties as the puck is in the zone and now out of it. A 2-on-1 here. Glenn Elliott and Jacob Gonzalez. Elliott shoots off the post. Side of the net, it looked like from this angle. Hard to tell either way. It's out of the net, not in it. And that's the important thing at this point in the game. I talked about penalties right before that. I went down to the scorekeeper in between the 2 periods and found out that it was indeed a 2 and a 10 assessed to Michael Rabkin. And that was for hitting from behind. That was the call. So he had someone serve the 2 while he's still in there finishing out the 10. He's eligible to return with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third period. So still a few more ticks on the clock for him in that penalty box. 15:53 left in the third as we have basically just begun this final frame. Out of the zone now, Egan Callahan takes over. Behind the net now for Brennan Nine. Nine will stop it behind his net. He has 17 saves on 18 shots. Only had to worry about 5 shots in that second period, made 5 saves. Compared to 13 and 13 for Matthew Choate in net for Loyola as we have a whistle. A busy game so far for Choate. 19 saves in the first period, 13 in the second. All of those shots, all saves, no goals allowed. They have a face-off just outside of the Glenbrook North zone. You see right behind those players, the banners hanging up for the Spartans. They won the state championship in 14-15, in 08 and 07. Loyola Gold winning the championship last year, so plenty of history between these two teams as we have a whistle for icing. We'd now like to thank our sponsors once again, Stormy's Tavern and Grill. Firing that puck, what we got there, CCTY Bearing Financial Solutions Advisory Group, as well as Loyola Academy Hockey, the proud tradition. Big thank you to our sponsors. Face off in the attacking zone for Glenbrook North. It's won, however, by Loyola Gold. Puck off the mask there of Rubin, and now Miller will move in for the Spartans. A shot kicked away by Choate. Cole Corrigan along the boards. He'll play it off the side wall. Get it out to center. Christian Dunn gets it past that opportunity here, but he can't control it as coming back to defend was Tim Burke. Great chance there for Christian Dunn, who's been all over the ice tonight. A big part of the PK earlier on. Only one penalty kill to worry about, but he was fantastic on the forecheck there and now getting a great opportunity. In 16 games, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points during the SHL regular season. He battles now with a Spartan who gets it out of the zone. That was number 10, Andrew Rubin, who watches this puck go in deep where Brendan Nine slows it down. 14:25 left in the third period. As every second ticks on, it's another second in the shutout streak for Loyola against Glenbrook North. Going into today's game, they had 169 minutes and 37 seconds straight of no goals allowed against Glenbrook North. Has a chance here for Loyola. Puck skitters around the crease and manages to stay out. A beautiful power move from Aiden Finnegan, getting the puck right through the crease. 9 holds him off, just enough to get the puck down the ice. As I talked about a shutout streak for Loyola, it's the Ramblers trying to get a goal on the board. Now Evan Eisenstark playing it forward. A nice pass there for someone who didn't have a great view. Taken over by Nick Liebers. He'll dump it in. Bouncing on net, it's snagged by 9. He'll play it along the boards away from Aiden Finnegan, who just had that great opportunity. Now a 2-on-2 chance here for the Spartans. Trying to move in, make a move there was Jonathan Ovnanian, but he couldn't do so. Up the boards now, here comes Gonzalez trying to put the forecheck on Wilcox. He does so, but it's behind the net now for Eisenstark, who turns it over. Gonzalez battling there with Eisenstark. Great battle between those two. Now Matthew Schauerker's in there, gets it out in front. Glenn Elliott across now at the point. A shot there, a save made. Rebound still loose. It's in the slot. Schauerker finds it, shovels it on net, can't get it in. Still loose. 9 holds on and pushes it to the corner. That all started with a shot at the point from Declan Darcy, who has it again and fires it just wide. And now fired down the ice on net. No icing, obviously, there. Great play by the Spartans to get it out and reset and get a change in. As the Ramblers get it in deep once again. Loyola pressing for the insurance goal here. Egan Callahan gets it in deep now for Timmy Starr. Played along by Tim Burke. Kept in by the Ramblers. Here's Timmy Starr against Tim Burke. A battle of the Tims. We'll see which one comes up on top. Right now it's over to Danny Huber, who had an assist on Owen Boersma's goal back in the first period. Didn't get a chance to mention it earlier because I wasn't sure. It's official on the stat sheet that Huber has an assist. It's Boersma's goal, and Boersma has the puck along the boards now. That was back in the first, and it's holding up so far through about a period and a half since then. Puck on net, 9 covers, and it's poked there by Boersma. 9 is upset. He wants a call. Boersma puts his hands up as if he didn't do anything, and 9 is yelling now at Timmy Starr, and it looks like Boersma's going to the box. And he is. 9 wanted a call. He got one. Penalty to Boersma, the second of the day against Loyola. With 11:59 left in the third period. A great chance for Glenbrook to tie up the game, much to the disdain of the Loyola supporters in the crowd. It's a good thing I have my headset on. I don't want to hear any of that. All behind the net now. Glenbrook with a chance to tie the game on the power play. Although we mentioned earlier how solid this penalty kill is for the Ramblers. Puck in deep, and there's a call, and there is a penalty. Whistle blew immediately as down the ice was Evan Eisenstark. He is up, but he's favoring one of his legs right now. He's favoring that right one. Now he's slowly getting himself together, skating it off. It looked like it might have been just a little bit of a stinger. Luckily he's okay. The Glenbrook North bench trying to get their fans all riled up. A 5-on-3 now as Christian Dunn sits in the box. I missed the call as I was checking out Eisenstark. I can only assume it was boarding. Obviously potential for roughing or a hit to the head, but it is a 2 and a 10, it looks like, as Callahan heads into the box as well. So Callahan heads into the box, I'm guessing to serve what is a 2 and a 10. With 11:45 left in the third, it'll be a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 46 seconds. Only 14 seconds clicked off the clock, and it's a penalty assessed, by the way. I don't think I mentioned it. I probably should. To Christian Dunn, who was a huge part of that penalty kill earlier for Loyola goal. Now he'll have the 2 and the 10, so he'll sit in the box. In the meantime, they're fixing the scoreboard, so the referees are going to talk it over with the coaching staff. DJ Laver wants a discussion right now. The longtime coach, 27th season for Loyola, wants to figure out what exactly is going on. This is my interpretation from what I could tell from the referees and what I'm seeing in the box. Here's what it is. We have 1:46 left on the original penalty that started this whole thing earlier. And that was on the I'm guessing goaltender interference, roughing, whatever it might have been. The shenanigans in the crease of Brennan 9 that was eventually assessed to Owen Boersma here in the third period. And then just 14 seconds later, it was Christian Dunn who hit Evan Eisenstark along the boards after an offsides whistle, or at least a whistle nonetheless. Even without the whistle, I think there was going to be a penalty either way. I'm assuming for boarding. They've put the penalties on the wrong side twice. We've got to reset the scoreboard twice. They're figuring it out, so I'll keep you guys informed. But from what we can tell, it is a 5-on-3, 1 minute 46 seconds. A 2-10 will be assessed to Christian Dunn, probably for boarding. They didn't really give an indication as I was checking out Eisenstark, who was down for a few moments. He's back up. He's skating around. It looks to be okay. Talking with the backup goaltender on the bench for Glenbrook North. Either way, a fantastic opportunity here for Glenbrook North to finally score, something they haven't done against Loyola Gold in a few games. I know I've mentioned that plenty of times. I'm sure you're sick of me saying it. But in high school hockey, where shots of high quality come in constantly and goaltenders are put to the task continually, seeing a shutout streak of any kind is fantastic, let alone one that's over now 200 minutes. Oh, wait, that scoreboard's still not correct. They're still figuring it out. So we'll have a little bit of a chance. Oh, they're playing Sweet Caroline, it sounds like. All right, there we go. Nothing gets the crowd all calm and relaxed like singing Sweet Caroline. Well, either that or the scoreboard getting fixed, as it sounds like the crowd is still not overly happy with that. But, you know, technology can always be a little bit fun, as I'm sure we've had our plenty of experiences with that here. We'll take this time to remind you you're watching this game on the Scholastic Hockey League Network on YouTube Live as part of the SHL Game of the Week. The second seed in the SHL, Loyola, taking on the third seed in the SHL in Glenbrook North. The Ramblers with a 1-0 lead so far in this game and a 1-0 lead in the series. There should be just about 11 minutes and change left in the third period as they're figuring that out right now. There it is, Sweet Caroline, folks. Take it in. Bum, bum, bum. That's what we've resorted to as we've waited for the scoreboard to get fixed here at the Northbrook Sports Center, is me singing. And for the sake of all of you at home, you should hope the scoreboard gets fixed quickly. You don't want to hear too much of that. So it looks like they've gotten everything correct. It looks like there'll be... They've added time. Okay, so here's what part of the issue was. There was a whistle before the original penalty. And then the hit came, and that was the penalty. So they had to add that time back on. They put it onto the wrong side, so they had to reset the scoreboard. Did the same thing again by accident, had to reset the scoreboard again, and now it looks like they've gotten it right with that added time back on the clock. So it was 1 minute 46 seconds left originally in the penalty to Owen Boersma. Now it's 1 minute 52 seconds with 11:51 left in the third period. So all those numbers coming at you real quick. But just to remind you, in case you're tuning in again or you've forgotten from the 2 minutes, as a fake cheer for the scoreboard operators getting a round of applause for getting the scoreboard correct. I don't know how sarcastic the applause is or how real it is. I'm sure it's 50-50. Either way, 11:51 left in the third, 1:52 left in the original penalty to Owen Boersma, 2 minutes on the clock for Christian Dunn, and it'll be a 2 and a 10 as Egan Callahan is also in the box for the Ramblers. So a big penalty killer and a big member of today's game so far, and Christian Dunn, has been flying around the ice tonight, is now sitting out 10 minutes. And it's a 5-on-3 for a minute 52 for Glenbrook North. You can't draw up a better opportunity right now for the Spartans to end the shutout streak. So we talked about that before the game. Right now it's at 2 hours. 204 minutes and 37 seconds. So it's going into the third period. This is what we've resorted to, folks. As the coaches for Loyola Gold talk to the referees to figure this out, we've resorted to me doing math on air. And that is a dangerous thing, me doing math. So we've got 204 minutes and 37 seconds going into the third period. We've had 5 minutes and 9 seconds so far. So right now, we're at 2:09 and 42. So 209 minutes and 42 seconds. We did it, folks. It took them time to fix the scoreboard. It took me time to do the math. 209 minutes and 42 seconds of game time has gone down. Since the last Glenbrook North goal against Loyola goal. Two hours, that's incredible. 2 hours, excuse me, I want to adjust that. 2 hours, 9 minutes. Puck sent down the ice here on the 5-on-3. Nope, I'm getting a nod. That's incorrect. It is 209. All right, we're gonna finish with the math here. 11:30 left in the third period. 20 seconds off the clock on the second penalty to Christian Dunn. A little over 30 seconds off the penalty to Owen Boersma, and that came after he took an extra hack at Brendan Nine's glove. He wanted to call, he got one, and now it's a 5-on-3. Up to the point, it's Wilcox. He'll shoot. He scores. Glove high. We have a tie game. No more math for me. The shutout streak is over. It's a 1-1 game. Glenbrook North on the board. Who else but David Wilcox? With 11:14 left in the third period. David Wilcox from the top of the circles, firing a glove high over a screened Matthew Choate. And now will be 5-on-4, a power play goal nonetheless for Wilcox. Do want to mention that. We have a whistle here, the crowd calling for a penalty. They're not going to get one. By the way, 5-on-4 we skate now. The first penalty obviously taken off the board after the power play goal. The shot totals on the scoreboard now incorrect because the scoreboard reset, so won't be able to get you too many of those, but I can tell you that Choate had over 32 saves before that goal from David Wilcox. The puck will come down the ice. Brendan Nine will stop it and play behind his own net, almost turning it over to Aiden Finnegan. 1 minute left on the power play for Glenbrook North. Penalty to Christian Dunn, a 2 and a 10. He'll sit there for some time as Choate gloves it, but the player serving the penalty in Egan Callahan will come out soon enough in 51 seconds. 10:41 left in the third period. Glenbrook North has tied it at 1 here in Game 2 of the SHL semifinals. Face off in the attacking zone now for Glenbrook North. Still 48 seconds left on the power play. Tim Hackett behind the net, pressured there. Trying to kill off as much time as possible, doing a great job of holding his own against two players. Now Glenbrook North takes the puck. At the point across for David Wilcox. Wilcox will get it in deep as he's pressured by Timmy Starr. Battle behind the net, it's taken by Rubin. Andrew Rubin. At the point, David Wilcox across now for the stick of Evan Eisenstark. Back now for Rubin, lost the puck, turned it over. Here comes Nick Liebers. And David Wilcox muscles him off the puck. Great play there from Wilcox. Two captains, two defensemen, two very good players. Wilcox won that battle. Now here comes Rubin. Rubin trying to get past Liebers. We'll push him into the boards, but Liebers stays with the puck. Poked away now, it's behind into the corner as penalty ends. Dunn will stay in the box for the 2 and the 10, but we're back to even strength. 1-1 with 9:42 left in the third period. As that puck will sail into the bench. Third time tonight, we're going to keep track. Third time tonight a player has sent the puck into their own bench, almost hitting one of their own coaches. Gotta love it. Keep your head up there. You gotta keep your head on a swivel anytime you're on the bench, wearing a helmet or not. Face off in the attacking zone for Glenbrook North, and it's won by the Ramblers. They'll look to send it down the ice, and that will be icing by about 3 inches as we're back on even strength, so we're good to go. Once again, our sponsors tonight, Stormy's Tavern and Grill. They bought some ads, and we appreciate that. CCTY Bearing, Financial Solutions Advisory Group, and of course, Loyola Academy Hockey, the proud tradition. 9:33 left in the third period. They've fixed the shots on the scoreboard. It's 34-29 in favor of Glenbrook North. It's 1-1 the score nonetheless. Goalies both doing a fantastic job, but it's David Wilcox who tied the game in the third period, ending the shutout streak at over 209 minutes. Now Daniel Wilcox gloves the puck, knocks it down, taken by Drew Buck, looking to play it on net. Now Gonzalez, a shot and a big save made there. Gonzalez was aiming right for that blocker high corner, a laser that was directly targeted into the shoulder of Brendan Nine, a big save. Puck played out to center, Wilcox back to retrieve it now for Glenbrook North. We're on even footing here in a 1-1 game, but not in the series. Loyola wants the win to end the series. Definitely a big opportunity here as a power play will be called. Interference, the decision, as Glenbrook North needs this win even more, obviously, trying to stave off elimination, but a penalty now and a chance for Loyola to retake the lead. 2 minutes for interference now for Braden Roy. So Roy will sit for interference. We have a power play here for the Ramblers. The attacking zone here, Liebers can't get to it, he's poked away. And drawing a call there is Dahlke on Liebers. Just 10 seconds into the power play, Matthew Dahlke tries to get out to center and draws a penalty on Nick Liebers. Liebers can't believe it as he heads to the box, a co-captain for this Loyola Gold team. So we'll go 4-on-4 for 1:50. As I'll write that one down on my stat sheet here. Liebers will sit. Either interference or holding, one of the two calls I can only imagine. Face off in the attacking zone for Glenbrook North here. 4-on-4 as mentioned for 1:50. Now Eamon O'Brien will take it for the Ramblers. Gotta love that for a Loyola fan. A lot of space and time for O'Brien out here with one less player on the ice for each side to get a chance to show off some of that skill. Finnegan, 2 toe drags, couldn't control the second one. And it's taken over by Tim Burke. Burke will skate forward with it now across the ice. Connecting now with Sam Levin. Levin will shoot, fired over the ice, and he is licked. Big hit there from Aiden Finnegan. Levin will remember that one. Up the ice now, here comes O'Brien, flying down the near side boards. He'll take a hit, and the puck will come out to center. Declan Darcy. Across the ice now, it's taken by Tim Hackett. He'll play it on for Nine, who will push it behind his own net. Dahlke will dump it in. There's some consternation from one of the benches. I was trying to figure out what it was, not sure exactly, but either way, still 4-on-4 for the next 42 seconds. Puck play behind the net, it bounces out in front, a weird bounce off the end boards. It's taken by the Spartans. Gonzalez on the forecheck, can't get it away from David Wilcox. Up the ice now as Everett Levin gets the puck in deep. Up now, Eisenstark. On sides, he'll shoot it. It's blocked there. A good block shot from Kevin Purcell. Haven't said his name for a little bit. As a puck in front. Now another shot there from Eisenstark. Still loose, and finally Choate covers. A weird bounce. Eisenstark holding his head. Surrender Cobra. Trying to figure out where he went wrong. Great opportunity for Glenbrook to take the lead. Matthew Choate coming up big once again. 11 seconds left in the original penalty to Glenbrook North's Braden Roy. 22 seconds left in the ensuing penalty to to Nick Liebers of Loyola as the puck will come out to the point. Wilcox will shoot it, deflected just wide. Now behind the net. A shot in front and whiffing on it there was Alex Adler. Puck in deep now for the stick of Michael Rabkin. Haven't heard his name in a while. He got out of the box just recently for the 2 and the 10 he was serving from back in the second period. Penalty over now to Liebers. We're back to even strength as Wilcox makes a nice move around Huber. A better move around Starr. Here's Wilcox. Another nice move, but can't get it past Purcell as Rabkin fires it wide. Christian Dunn still serving the end of his 2 and the 10. Rabkin out for his. As the only players in the penalty box right now as it's sent down the ice as Huber couldn't get a stick on it, and we will have an icing. 6:18 left in the third period. Shots 34-29 in favor of Glenbrook North. Both goaltenders looking sharp outside of one blemish apiece, and that's what we have for our score so far. Third period here. Each side looking for a goal. Loyola looking to clinch the semifinal series. Glenbrook North looking to continue it with a win today. Puck played along the near side boards. Burke will fire. It's deflected, loose in the front. Still loose. Rebound being jammed at. It's a hack-a-shack session in front, and neither side can whack a mole there. No rebound, no goal. Away from the stick of Tim Burke. Now Finnegan out in front. Has a chance. Backhander sent off the shoulder there of 9. A big save there by the goaltender. Liebers across the ice now. Hackett fires. A save there by 9. He holds on to the rebound with Eamon O'Brien right on his doorstep. 5:32 left in the third period. Action picking up just a bit here. Each side desperate for the win. As you see the stats there from Brendan 9, look at those numbers. And that's overall on the season, not just in SHL play. 35 wins, a .938 save percentage. Absolutely incredible numbers for any goalie, let alone a high school goalie dealing with some intense action right in his crease. Shot in front, deflected for a rebound as Everett Levin lost a glove. At the point, Purcell battles off a finishing check from Daniel Wilcox. Now moving in, looking in front for a tip. Went right off the stick of Jacob Gonzalez. Now behind the net, Evan Eisenstark, excuse me, third time's a charm. Gets it up the ice now for Daniel Wilcox. Wilcox will fire it off the stick of Kevin Purcell. We've said his name multiple times tonight for blocked shots. He's getting in the way of everything. Now here comes Matthew Schauwecker. He'll fire it, block it into the corner by 9. Behind the net now, Eisenstark can't get to it, but Everett Levin can. Levin moves away as charging forward was Declan Darcy. He was looking for the big hit. Out to center now, it's David Wilcox. Wilcox, he'll skate in, fire a shot, deflected in! It went off the stick of Egan Callahan, and it's a 2-1 Spartans lead. Wilcox's second of the game, and a big one with 4:33 left in the third period. That one should be unassisted. I believe Wilcox got to that puck as it was dumped out of the zone, skated in, said, you know what, let me shoot and see what happens. Never a bad idea. He fired it. It went off the stick or body. It was hard to tell at that moment, but it went off of Egan Callahan. It was going high, and Choate was going to play the puck standing up, and after the deflection went right between his legs, he wasn't ready for a shot there, and it's a 2-1 Spartans lead. You have to feel for Choate. That's a tough play to make, especially off the deflection. Wilcox has got a ripper of a shot as the puck goes off the lights up above us. Either way, a 2-1 lead. Glenbrook North couldn't score on Loyola for the last 3 games. Now they've got 2 goals in the third period, and 2 big ones at that, trying to keep their SHL title hopes alive. Now, I played goalie in high school. I play goalie still, and I understand what it's like for Matthew Choate right now, a deflection that you don't have any control over. And I feel for Egan Callahan, too. He was trying to, help out the goaltender. You always want your players to block shots, but just sometimes the perfect storm of bad luck happens, and that's what we saw there. Puck dumped in now. Tim Burke back for it for the Spartans, who have the lead for the first time this series and all game. Behind the net now, Drew Buck spinning, looking to center it, blocked there. Great play defensively by Jonathan Ovnanian. Ovnanian sent to the ice, now Buck to the point for Nick Liebers. Liebers to the forehand, turns with it, fires, gloved by 9, and 9 with a shove at Jacob Gonzalez. He is not overly happy with the pressure in his crease, and more pushes after the play. Drew Buck sent down Matthew Skaya, and then right after that, Matt Glowacki sent down Drew Buck, and it looks like Glowacki's going to go off for a penalty here. Buck is getting right in the face of David Wilcox. It's going to be Glowacki sent to the box. I don't believe any Ramblers will go too. Let's see if Buck goes. They're sending him to the bench or the box. Let's find out. He's straddling the ground right between. He refuses to go to either one. All right, now Buck's going to the bench, and now the ref's telling him to go to the box. All right, there we go. So Drew Buck will go to the box as well. We'll have matching minors, likely each for roughing. Just late hits, unneeded, especially in a game like this. 1-goal game, under 5 minutes. You got to control your emotions here. It started when 9 was unhappy with a player in his crease. We saw that work out earlier. A penalty to Loyola eventually led to a 5-on-3 goal for David Wilcox. Now this time 9 was unhappy. Buck shoved down a player. Glowacki responded. It looked like Glowacki was going to get the only penalty. Buck got one as well. Either way, we skate 5 aside. Matching penalties. There's a shot there right off the draw. Came from Timmy Starr. That one was sent over the net. Another shot there from Purcell is kicked into the corner. Another shot deflected over the net. 9 flailed a blocker at it. I'm not sure if he got a piece or not. No icing as it was deflected by Kevin Purcell. Dalkey goes down for it. Now Daniel Wilcox. He'll try to shoot. Blocked there neatly by the shins of Owen Boersma. He has the only goal so far today for Loyola. He'll look to get another one here. A big hip check there by David Wilcox, and a good one at that. Removing Boersma from the puck. Now Daniel Wilcox at center. He'll dump it in. 3:08 left in the third. Glenbrook North holding on to a 2-1 lead, trying to push this to a game 3. Puck sent down the ice, and it's taken now by the Spartans. Evan Eisenstark dumps it in deep. Loyola looking to get out to center. Timmy Starr. He'll backhand it off the near side boards into the corner. 2:49 left. Casey Miller up the ice, just misses the stick of Dalkey. He'll go down, and it will be an icing as Nick Liebers goes back to retrieve it. Dalkey points to Liebers, saying, hey, he touched it. Liebers says, no, I didn't. And we'll have an icing. 2:41 left in the third. Loyola down by a goal. Glenbrook North looking to hold on and push this to a deciding game 3 where anything can happen. Beauty of hockey, anything can happen. The 3 seed right now leads the 2 seed. We have a whistle. We'll redo that face-off. Aiden Finnegan drawing in here for the Ramblers. We'll go up against Sam Levin. Draws one by Levin, but it's taken by Eamon O'Brien. Out in front, it is loose. O'Brien gets to it. Up to the point, Liebers. Across now for Tim Hackett. Now back to Liebers. Liebers at the point. Look for deflection, and it's save made there by 9. A good stick there by Cooper Project. Now Finnegan battling along the boards. Miller gets to it, and he pushes out of the zone. Liebers will have to go back to retrieve it. We'll keep an eye on the goaltender in Matthew Choate and see if he comes out. 2:10 left in the third. If he heads to the bench for the extra attacker, we'll let you know. Aiden Finnegan winds up a slap shot sent just wide. Now back to Nick Liebers. He's getting plenty of ice time here in the third. Now Finnegan, shot blocked there. Liebers trying to control it away from Sam Levin. Now taken by Tim Burke. His stick is slashed out of his hands by Eamon O'Brien, and he'll go to the box for slashing. The worst possible outcome on that play. And O'Brien, frustrated with himself as he goes to the box, throws his stick, holds his head in his hands. You can't help but feel for him. That is the last thing you want to see happen. The leading scorer for Loyola heading to the box with 1:49 left. A power play for Glenbrook North, holding on to a 2-1 lead. That is not the penalty to take. And that certainly hurts the Ramblers' chances of getting back in this game. After holding the lead through 2 periods and change, they found themselves on the short end of the stick here. So Eamon O'Brien, the leading goal scorer for Loyola, will sit in the box. The Ramblers down a man here, trying to tie up the game. Odds are not in their favor, but like I said before, this is hockey. Anything can happen. You never know. Timmy Starr along the boards. He'll send it down, looking for the stick of Danny Huber. No icing. 9 will go play it behind his own net. He'll go to David Wilcox. Wilcox lost in the skates of the ref for a second, but back to retrieve it is Andrew Rubin. Happy to keep possession now are the Spartans. 1:10 left in the third. 9 goes back to play it. They play now a turnover now. Up to the point. No one's there. Cheating a bit and looking to keep the puck is Tim Burke. He'll play it off the boards. It's retrieved now by Tim Hackett. Hackett almost turns it over. Still has it, evading the forecheck of Andrew Rubin. Now moving forward, here's Aiden Finnegan. Finnegan, the backhand power move. It's up in the air, and 9 managed to control it. Still on net. Project trying to get in there. Empty net now as Matthew Choate is on the bench. A shot, a save by 9. Absolutely robs Tim Hackett. 37 seconds left. Empty net now for Loyola. Hackett has the puck. 5-on-5 as it's still a penalty kill for the Ramblers. So even with the empty net, they do not have an extra man out there with an advantage. Now out in front, a shot by Hackett is pushed aside. It'll be sent down the ice. It's a foot race going forward now and scoring. It's Matt Dalkey. 3-1 with 14 seconds left. Glenbrook looks to live on another day. O'Brien's out of the box. And the Spartans are off the bench celebrating a little bit here. 14.7 left, a 3-1 lead for Glenbrook North. 3 goals in the third period, 1 on that empty net there from Matt Dalkey. And right now the Spartans are celebrating on the bench. They are 14 seconds away from playing Game 3 in the semifinal. Puck sent down the ice. David Wilcox along the boards. He'll try to trap it there as long as he can. The battle on the boards. 2 seconds left. 1 second left, and that will do it. The Spartans win 3-1. Their first win over Loyola Gold this season. They were 0 for 5 coming into the game. That shows you hockey, anything can happen. The 3-seeded Spartans take down the 2-seeded Ramblers in Game 2 of their best of 3 series. We will see you for Game 3. A 3-1 final score here from the Northbrook Sports Center. Loyola will have home ice in Game 3, but Glenbrook defends theirs. Glenbrook North defends theirs, excuse me. Once again, thank you for joining us here on the call. It's a pleasure having you guys. 3 stars of the day. Number 1, got to give it to Brennan, or excuse me, number 3, got to give it to Brennan 9 for his great performance in net for the Spartans, holding down the fort even after that early blemish from Owen Boersma, a goal he probably wants back. Either way, he gets the win. The 2-star, got to give that one to the goals on the other end of the ice. Matthew Choate, can't help but feel for him. A weird deflection and a 5-on-3 goal beat him before an empty net goal seals it for Glenbrook North. He finishes with 37 saves on 39 shots. The 1 extra shot, of course, being the empty net goal. And excuse me. Ooh. The number 1 star, David Wilcox, 2 goals, including the game winner for Glenbrook North to keep their SHL championship dreams alive. That will do it here for the SHL Game of the Week on YouTube Live. I'm Andrew Weiss for my producer, Jimmy, as well as our cameraman today. Fantastic job from both of them. I'd like to thank them and everyone for tuning in today. We'll see you on the next game. Thank you for joining us, and may your sun always be shining. Good night, everybody.